Hey everyone, it's Chantel and I am back from vacation. It's just been very busy, so it's been hard to get another video out there for you. And I have one uploading on my phone that I've tried to put out 3 times this week and it's failing. But the good news is I should be getting a new phone sometime next week. So I'm hoping we're not going to have any more issues with recording and trying to load things. Anyways, what I was showing you a picture of, like with that salad, is I was listening to someone who is skinny, about weight loss, and you know what I came to realize? I'm like, that's all true, but they don't know the truth about weight loss, or what something that we're missing a lot of times is, here is the plain truth, guys. You can lose weight doing whatever you want to do. You could eat cereal all day. You could eat salad all day. And you can lose weight. And before you shut this off, just let me kind of elaborate here. The thing is, you can lose weight by simply cutting calories. Really, that's all it comes down to, is cutting calories. Now, as we all know, for those of us who've done weight loss, it is so much more than that, right? But I've had like skinny friends that are like, well, just don't eat so much. Just stop eating. And you're like, if it were that simple, I would have done that a long time ago. But what people don't get about weight loss is there's a lot of addiction and things that come into play that maybe a skinnier person doesn't understand. Like, I've seen a lot of weight loss videos and they're like, oh, I was 20 pounds up and then I started to get too fat, and so I started going to the gym and working out, and now I'm awesome and fit and strong and look at my body. And I look at that and say, gosh, I want to be like you. But I also feel like, but you don't understand. You've never been 60 pounds overweight. You've never been 40 pounds overweight, where it took you maybe up to a year to shed that weight. Versus them, a couple months and you could drop 20 pounds. You could maybe even do that in a month. So a little bit of working out is enough to maybe drop that 20 pounds for that person. But a lot of us have gone through food abuse and binging and restricting, and it makes dieting so much harder than what it is. So I pick and choose by things that some of us have been on pretty radical diets in the past. I know I have. I've tried to go without eating any sweets at all. Like, I'm going to quit sugar and junk food altogether. Well, that lasted like a whole week. And then I thought, well, I'm going to try this or I'm going to try that. And I kept trying all these little things. And what's funny is, no matter what I did, no matter what diet I chose, I was still overeating or binging. It was one or the other. And so finally one day my brain clicked and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't eat so much. Like, maybe that's it. And it was like, but then there's that next part of like, but how do I do that? How do you do that? How do you just not want food? Or at night when those little cravings creep into your brain, like chocolate, ice cream, donuts, how do you shut that off? How do you say no? And I think that's the real culprit, and what it comes down to. It's really learning how to say no to those things, how to be strong enough and without willpower, because you only have so much willpower and for so long, is how do we go about changing those signals? And that's where the weight loss really came into play. It's not about what I'm eating or not eating. It's about what I'm thinking about. And that's when I really got started on this channel, and I thought, man, it's not about what you're eating, it's what you're thinking about. If I thought about donuts all day long, I'm going to end up eating a donut by the end of the day. But if I think about healthy and eating a salad and being healthy, then it's less tempting for me to eat that. And even when you do eat something you shouldn't eat, I try and tell myself, oh, I feel so bad. Oh, that was terrible. That didn't taste as good as I thought it did. And I try and replace that. And by taking a bad habit and replacing it with a good habit. So at night, where I would want to binge eat is, I'm usually good all day long. For me, it's at night. At night is when I get jittery, anxiety, and I want food for comfort. I have now been doing a regimen where I either replace that with tea or I find something else to do. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's reading a book, keeping busy, but I just will not give my body the satisfaction of eating sweets because I know I'm going to feel like garbage later. And the more and more you get used to saying no to that, the better you feel. And then I always tell myself, oh, how much better I feel by eating a hard-boiled egg instead. Oh, how much better I feel by eating a piece of dark chocolate. So really, guys, when it comes down to it, that's why I bulk with vegetables and proteins as I eat, so that I feel more full. By feeling more full, I have less cravings. By eating healthier, I feel better and want to eat healthier, and I don't spike as much. So that's the real truth to weight loss. But until you're ready to hear that, you won't even hear that, because it never made sense to me until I was ready. So I'll pray, and I hope that this is the video for you. This is what I needed to hear, is that it had nothing to do with what I was eating. Like I said, you could eat cereal all day. You could eat ice cream all day. You'll lose weight. Doesn't mean it's healthy or that you're going to feel good doing it, but you can lose weight doing that. It really does come down to calories, but we all know that calories are created different in the way you go about doing it, because if it were just as simple as eating clean, then all of us would be skin little rails. What most of us have trouble saying no to is the junk foods, the foods that we want to eat, and the binging and overeating. So that's what you guys really need to figure out. It's not about your macros. It's not about calculating. It's not about restricting as much as you can. It's how to feel full and give yourself a lot of fullness without the bulk of extra unnecessary calories. So I hope that helps you guys, and don't forget to comment and like and share.